I'm Engineer Thomas Karungu from the Ministry of Energy, State Department for Energy. The State Department oversees energy issues in the country and gives oversight and has a sector-wide view of the energy sector. Specifically, we come to the electricity sector, whereby the government's goal is to have universal electrification of the whole country by 2030. Currently, the board is on a visit to the western region of the country, which has been having challenges of quality and quantity of electricity, especially during peak hours. The State Department, in support of KETRACO, seeks and secures funding for projects, electrification projects. KETRACO itself is involved in the transmission of electricity and the improvement of the infrastructure that is used for transmission of electricity from the generators, whether they're IPPs or they are KENGEN, which is a publicly owned generation outfit. The visit to the western part of the region of the country, where we've been having challenges, started from Olkaria, where we have the geothermal installations, geothermal generation installations that are owned by KENGEN, and from there we went to Narok-Bomet, and all the way to Kisumu, where the visit is terminating. To support the building of capacity in the region, we have the Kenya Transmission Network Improvement Project, which has three components. The first one being Malindi, Weru, Kilifi. The other one being Runguruti, Cabernet. And the last one being Narok-Bomet line. And the Narok-Bomet line will serve to improve and give stability to the western region, in that we're going to complete a ring. Right now, power from the Olkaria generation fields goes from Olkaria to Lesos, from Lesos to Muhoroni, from Muhoroni to Chemosit, Chemosit to Sotik, where the power branches off to Bomet. And then again from the same Sotik comes to Kigati, all the way to the western region. But once we have a connection between Narok and Bomet, the distance will be shortened, so that now from Olkaria we'll have power flowing from Olkaria to Narok, and then from Narok to Bomet, and essentially from Bomet again now to Sotik, and the ring will be complete. Essentially, that will mean that our challenges, the challenges that we've been having in the western region, will be very well addressed. Energy is one of the key enablers for economic development in the Vision 2030 vision of the country, which aims to ensure that Kenya becomes a newly industrializing middle-income country by 2030 with high-quality life for its citizens in a clean and secure environment. Where the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum, and specifically the State Department for Energy, comes in, is to ensure that we support our utilities to ensure that good quality electricity gets to all parts of the country. In this endeavor, the board of KETRACO has been having a visit to the Western Kenya region, which has been having challenges of electricity, especially at peak hours when blackouts have been common, and load shedding, actually not blackouts because of a fault, but because of load shedding, in that the infrastructure around cannot support the peak load in the evenings, while we actually have enough power for the region. And in this instance, the State Department for Energy has secured funding from the African Development Bank and the Korean Exim Bank for the construction of the Narok-Bomet line, which is going to go a long way in addressing these challenges that we've been having in the western region. Once this line is complete, the Narok-Bomet line, supporting the western region of the country, we're actually going to be having a greater fraction of renewable energy coming into our grid. Currently, we have around the installation capacity in the country is largely renewable, and thermals are almost maybe 800 megawatts in the grid, and we'll be able to offset more thermal power when the Narok-Bomet line is complete, because most of the power that is going to be consumed in the region is going to come from the Olkaria geothermal fields, which is all green energy. And actually, this will go a long way to alleviate the issues of venting geothermal power in the evening, which happens in the evenings because we don't have enough capacity in our infrastructure coming to the western region. And we've had to be venting geothermal energy, whereas it would go a long way into like supporting the western region and also improving the footprint of green energy in our energy mix. Thank you very much.